Over the last decade, China has seen some significant growth. What do you make of that development, and what have been the major milestones?
China has been maintaining a GDP of at least 6% growth year on year for the last 10 years. And that's seen them on a very exciting trajectory in terms of the economy. It's already number two, the second largest economy in the world. What else have we seen out of China? I think rapid urbanization, development in mega cities. I mean, they undertook arguably one of the largest infrastructure projects in the world, the Belt and Road Initiative, and that's obviously then seen them almost directly investing in over 60 countries in one infrastructure project.
What do you see as the main challenges and opportunities, if any, for the Chinese economy going forward?
The geopolitical tensions, should I call them trade tensions between the big industrialized nations. I think that will be one challenge, and you almost have a situation where I suppose the whole world is trying to, at least the bigger nations are trying to jostle in terms of their positioning. So I think that's going to be one challenge. I think the competition is going to be real. What do I see as the opportunities? Look, we are in the information age. Technology is just going to be key. And I think what China has been able to do is run that race and run that race hard. I think in the last 10 to 15 years, you've seen some massive technology companies emerging out of China, becoming global household names. When you look at what private sector in China is doing, they're driving thrust in terms of technology, research and development. And I think if they keep up on that momentum, yes, the race is open. But they certainly, they've been very intentional about where they want to place China as a country in terms of the global story.
Now, zeroing into Zimbabwe, what lessons do you think we could learn from the Chinese development model, specifically from a private sector perspective?
Certainly, I don't think that the growth that China has seen would happen if you had government on one end pushing policy in one direction and private sector on the other end pushing in another direction. So I think if there's one lesson that we can learn, politics aside, is do we have all stakeholders moving in a clear, unified direction? Are we all clear as Zimbabweans about the agenda that we want to push? And I think that's what China has been able to do.
How do you see the China-Africa relationship evolving?
I would at least, like to see the Africa-China trade relations, being diversified from not just your commodities or raw commodities. I think we would like to see a lot more value addition being done in Africa. I think we'd like to see more of value-added products from Africa finding markets in China. And I think the more robust the trade becomes, the more sustainable the relationship, will be going forward.